What's good, WCS back on the Boulevard once again. Big shout out to everyone that's on deck. So, I want to talk briefly about a very familiar situation in Saul Canelo Alvarez and Jamel Charlo. What's going on, Big Blunts Unboxing? The first in the building. What's good with the Blunts? Salute to everyone that's on deck. Yeah, we out here in Toledo, man. You know what I'm saying? Getting ready for fight week. Jahad made weight. Looking forward to him going in there and putting on another spectacular performance. Check out Shot News. Behind the scenes exclusives that they have on Jahai. You know what I'm saying? Seeing his opponent already, it should be a very good fight, man. Truth be told, it should be a very good fight. Um, I'm looking forward to him, showing out as always. And the card has a lot of familiar names like Delonte, Benjamin, Tiger Johnson, Jared Anderson, like I mentioned before, Jahad Tucker, and it has a lot of black fighters on this card. This is the card that's going down in Jared Anderson's backyard. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good thing. At the end of the day, it's a real good thing. So hold on for a second. So let's get to this lighting sucks. This lighting sucks for real. I'm trying to get some natural lighting in here, whatever. But I'm in the hotel room, of course. But let's talk about. And it's been long. I can't stay on here long, man. You have no idea, man. I was locked down in the airport, man. I couldn't get out. I had to stay there damn near over a day and a half. You know what I'm saying? Overnight. You can only imagine how that is. A nigga like me, my age, staying in the hotel overnight with a whole bunch of other passengers that's not happy. That also trying to get to where they trying to go to. A lot of them had kids, y'all. Had kids. Hold on for a second. So let's get back down to it, man. Yeah, I was stuck in the airport, man. Flights was canceled. Oh man, it was rough. I ain't gonna lie, it was rough. It was rough just for the simple fact there was so many people in the airport with their kids, and the kids was restless, the adults was restless, and people was trying to get to where they was going. But God is good, man. I made up out of here to step in for the fight tomorrow. Top rank promotions once again. Jared, real big baby Anderson, going in there against Charles Martin, and we're gonna see if Charles Martin is in shape for this fight. He took a last minute notice. You know what I'm saying? He took a last minute notice, but we're gonna see if he's in shape. You know what I'm saying? He's a former world champion, and he's been trying to reclaim his quest for glory. But let's talk about the real deal. The biggest one of all. Saul Canelo Alvarez, Mell Charlo. It's funny how this fight is coming to fruition. And I had mentioned a fight similar to this before. On two different occasions. I mentioned Errol Spence facing Mell Charlo. Look, Errol Spence facing Mell Charlo for a 2-fight deal, right? You know, for Mell to win one, right? And then Errol Spence win one. Errol Spence win it first. Mell Charlo wins the titles back. It solidifies both fighters. Then also I mentioned it with Dimitri Bivol. I said Dimitri Bivol fight Mell Charlo. Fight Canelo, Saul Canelo Alvarez, undisputed versus undisputed. Nobody else said that. Nobody else put that out there, undisputed versus undisputed. I put that out there with Dimitri Bivol. I said he should fight undisputed versus undisputed. You know what I'm saying? That will basically give them something to make that money. And both of these fighters have opportunity of solidifying their history. And lo and behold, guess who's up there to fight for undisputed versus undisputed? Mell freaking Charlo, the one who's did more than Jamal Charlo. Hey, shout out to PBC. PBC is trying to make some things happen. They're trying to make some moves, y'all. PBC is trying to make some moves. They've been listening, y'all. They've been listening. For real. They've been listening. When I brought up that freaking, Mell Charlo equation back in the day for him to make some money and earn and get paid for his titles, guess who's getting a shot at Canelo Alvarez? You had two Charlos and a Spence. I always said it. Two Charlos and a Spence that was calling Canelo out. Two Charlos and a Spence, y'all. Two Charlos and a Spence. And they change it and they give it to Mell Charlo, undisputed versus undisputed. Undisputed versus undisputed. I'm not mad at it. If that's what they want to do, they're the promotion. They can switch it up however they feel like it. I'm not mad at it. Kudos to them for having, the guts to make that fight, first of all. I mean, real talk. Kudos to them for making it. Now I want to hear what people have to say about Mell Charlo going in there and facing Canelo Alvarez. I want to see what the fight predictions and everything, because people got all these fight predictions. These thousands of fight predictions, man. Andrew said definitely like the Mell matchup over Mell. This is a big deal. I agree. I agree with you on that, Andrew. I agree with you on that. I like it better than Mell too, because Mell been out the ring for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? What? Look what just what Blunt's put up there. What if the winner of Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, gets the winner of Mell Charlo and Canelo? That's a win-win for PBC, ain't it? Look, all the time I told PBC how to make their freaking money off these undisputed titles, bro. I told them how to make their money. I told them how to make their money. I put that scenario up there a long time ago. Both of them scenarios. Dimitri Bivol facing Canelo Alvarez, undisputed versus undisputed. It never happened. And now, look who's doing it. PBC say, hey, let's put Mell Charlo up in there with Canelo Alvarez, because it was bound to be one of the Charlos that we sacrificed. So it don't matter if it's Mell or Mell. But like Andrew said, I like Mell Charlo in this fight with Canelo Alvarez. I do. I like him in this fight with Canelo Alvarez rather than Mell Charlo. Even though both of them has been inactive, Mell Charlo haven't been as inactive as his brother Mell. Let Mell keep the belts 54. Come back and defend against Bud. That's 3-time. Canelo won't even have them accolades. Game Bud can fight Canelo for the third. Fight Canelo for the third and final fight, but will be 4-time undisputed. Hey man, they cooking up something, man. PBC is cooking up something. PBC is cooking up something finally. Look how red my eye is, man. My eyes are swelled up. Nigga running on fumes, man. Nigga running on fumes, y'all. That's why I didn't do no live, man. I did that shit in the airport. And I was like, shit, I hope to catch a flight up out of here. But anyway, back to the topic. John Nori on deck. Haynes Legacy in the building. What's good with the Haynes? Salute to you and the fam. Big Blunt, salute to you and your fam too, man. Everybody got fam up here, man. Salute to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Salute to y'all and y'all family, man. But definitely shout out to the military family. Haynes already know what it is, man. Mell a beast, and I think Canelo a better fighter at lower weights. I think Canelo a better fighter, period. I think Canelo a better fighter, period. I think Canelo Alvarez is a better fighter than Charlo, period. But we're gonna have to see what strategy. This is gonna be a big test for Derrick James, because everybody's been bigging up Derrick James and this Crawford situation. Not to mention, right? Not to forget that he went to a draw with Castano, and Derrick James was the trainer then. So he came back in the rematch after having a look. And see, this is how WCS think about this shit. Y'all think I just be on here just rambling on about stuff. But the thought process has a merit, a purpose to it. You know what I'm saying? I always look at Charlo when he ran into those opponents the first time around, Tony Harrison and Brian Castano, right? And I look at how tough they were, but he didn't come out victorious, especially in the Castano fight. The Castano fight, he ended up getting a draw, which a lot of people thought he lost. And see, I never really mentioned it because I was going to try to save stuff to the end. But when it comes to Derrick James hating, you know, it's easy to talk about Derrick James hating on Crawford than anything. But see, this Canelo fight, look at me. It's going to be the exact same way. Because Derrick James has a bad history, especially with tough fighters, with Mell Charlo. He has a very poor track record with knowing exactly what fight plan to go in there and carry out, and his fighters go in there and act like they had the master plan to begin with, and they went in there and dominated. Derrick's not good with fighting fighters this tough for the first time. Tony Harrison beat him. Castano damn near beat him. He's not good with that. So I preface that with the Terrence Crawford fight. You know, you're not going to see anything spectacular come July 29th. Like he's coming up with this master plan. They're busy over there hating too much. Mell Charlo is not going to go in there and do anything that Caleb Plant couldn't do. Watch what I tell you. Watch what I tell you. He's not going. Derrick James' track record is poor when it comes to that. When stepping in there with big name fighters, Derrick James don't have a good track record coming up with this right here. To go in there and beat that fighter and look very, very good doing it. Now, after he's seen the fight, then he can go in there and look at film. Because we all know Derrick James don't look at film. So after Canelo win this, because Mell Charlo ain't beating Canelo. After Mell Charlo win this, and I don't know if it's a rematch clause in there or not, but you know how that shit go. If there's a rematch clause in there, I'm pretty sure, you know, the rematch is going to be the way it is. I don't see Mell Charlo handing Canelo a loss. I don't see it. I don't see Mell Charlo handing him his third loss. I see Charlo picking up his second loss, but I don't see him handing Canelo Alvarez his third loss. I do not, y'all. There's many angles I can go with Derrick James that people are looking at. Oh, man. Mell Charlo, let's be honest. Mell Charlo road to undisputed is quite fragile. And you know I'm not bullshitting. I'm not bloviating that at all. You know damn well it is. Jason Rosario, for real. That's why, man, come on now. Come on now. Who's on his resume? Come on, we know we got to talk about who on his resume. Brian Castano? You think Brian Castano won't get stopped by Canelo? You think Canelo won't do the same thing to Brian Castano that Mell Charlo did in a rematch? Hey man, PBC has something planned. They have something planned, and good for them. Keep that momentum going. Good for PBC. Keep the momentum going and putting on fights like this. But God damn it, I'm gonna put it out there. WCS, let it be known that I mentioned that undisputed versus undisputed before. I gave them two scenarios, man. What's going on, Trick? Salute to you, big dog. PBC bending over backwards for Canelo. Yes, sir. Pliable. Aren't they, Larry Lopez? PBC is pliable. They're like a contortionist up in there, Larry. You know what I'm saying? They keep giving us all the circus that we look for, all the circus acts. The trapeze artists, you know what I'm saying? The contortionists, you know what I'm saying? More jumping through hoops and with flaming hoops and all that. They're giving us everything, dog. 2023, that's exactly what they wanted the Spence and Crawford fight to be in 2023 because they would have had the money for it. These people don't want to listen. They coming up with this Canelo and Mell Charlo, man, come on. They had to wait till they get all the money in 23 to make this fight happen. Period. Shout out to Shaw News, the Sauce Experience, aka Showtime Shaw on deck. Why does this stuff go out so quick? Canelo out here calling shots. He's fighting a junior middleweight now. Everyone needs to get like Canelo, $100 million man. Facts, man. Excuse me. Facts. Canelo makes all the calls. Canelo is the new Mexican Al Heyman. Canelo is the new Mexican Al Heyman, dog. Look. Let me take you down memory lane right quick, y'all. Let me get another sip of Aquafina so I can stay awake. Check this out, y'all. Listen. Then they used to say who Al Heyman wouldn't do business with. You remember when Canelo Alvarez came over there for one fight and he left? But yet, when Bud went over there and tried to make the fight, they was up here talking about how Al Heyman don't want to do business with Bud because he wouldn't sign a multi-fight deal with the PBC. You remember how that blackness was just radiating again? They were saying how Bud went over there and he just wanted to fight once. And he didn't want to sign a multi-fight deal with PBC. That's why Al Heyman wasn't going to do business with him. But yet Canelo can go over here and he can selectively pick and choose what he want to do. He didn't sign a multi-fight deal back then. He still got Caleb. You know what I'm saying? Now he's going in there fighting a super middleweight and Mell Charlo. But y'all was up there acting like Al Heyman was all protective of his freaking fighters with the belts. They're not protective, y'all. He just did it, you know, to help them in their career because it was what is called? It was accessible. So he accessed the belts. He accessed the belts, the WBC and the WBA. He accessed the belts. And just like Mell Charlo, easy pickings at 154. Jason Rosario and Brian Castano, dog? Jason Rosario and Brian Castano. Man, come on already. He had one good fight. He had already been stopped. We're not going to act like we haven't heard them criticize Crawford in every way, shape, or form about that. But when it comes down to Canelo Alvarez is really the man, the myth, and the legend, for real. Because they let him do what the fuck he want to do. This fight should have went down back in 2015 here in Houston. I had Mell beating him in the first time they was supposed to have fought. Mell was mean back then. I don't think Mell isn't mean now, Trick. I just think, it's gonna come down to the game plan that their coach have. It's gonna come down to it because people up here acting like Derrick James be coming up with these plans, these fight plans, these strategies, and they just be getting the job done. That's not the case. That's not the case. Mell Charlo struggled with Austin Trout. Mell Charlo struggled with Austin Trout. Mell Charlo attempted to go in there and try to outdo his brother Mell Charlo, fighting a slick, defensively sound, technical freaking master of Austin Trout. He was in there trying to damn knock Trout out. His coach was Derrick James, right? They keep on acting like Derrick James has this role over the fighters that he can come up with this master plan and his fighters go in there and get it done. No, he don't, man. His fighters be struggling with top name opponents. What's going on? Unseen Boxing. Canelo the Cowardly Lion. Let me see what he's talking about. He called Canelo the Cowardly Lion. He said Canelo the Cowardly Lion fighting a 154-pounder at 168 coming off a hand injury and gonna be on a 16-month layoff. This pretty much a layup, man. And shout out to Seen and Unseen Boxing, because listen, it's easy to me to just check the box on what he said and hate on Canelo, so to speak, as they were saying, but he made sense in that, just like a lot of y'all have made sense. We've been on record as saying that Canelo, he has provided the opportunity to cherry pick. He has did enough. Listen, I'm not mad at Canelo cherry picking right now. I'm just not, people. I'm not. Seriously, how much do I have to accomplish in the sport of boxing so I can pick some motherfucking cherries, y'all? How much sleep deprivation do I have to have before a nigga be a walking zombie in this bitch? You know what I'm saying? God damn. Look, how much? Look, I'm talking to y'all. I'm talking to listeners, bro. Let's look. I'm talking to y'all, right? How much do Canelo have to prove and accomplish to cherry pick? I don't give a damn what he's doing right now. I don't give a damn what he's doing with the cherry pick. Unseen Boxing has a valid point. Canelo is fighting a 154-pounder. But that's not an excuse. That's not an excuse. No. Because we're going to give Mell Charlo the same motherfucking credit we gave Mikey Garcia moving up to fight Errol Spence. Yes, sir. We're going to give Mell Charlo all the credit. He has all the belts, y'all, at 54. Mikey Garcia didn't. So go on up there and fight Canelo. Wasn't Errol Spence a champion when Mikey Garcia fought him? So go ahead. Go ahead, Mell Charlo. Go out there. Give a good account of yourself. I'm not wishing no wrong on Mell Charlo. All I'm saying is Derrick James isn't the best when it comes to fighting tough fighters and going in there for the first time and getting it down. Nah. You know why? Because the man say he don't watch boxing, y'all. Derrick James don't watch boxing. So Derrick James, and then that's a motherfucking fact. He say he don't watch boxing. And it shows that he don't watch boxing. Charles Pickett on deck, what's good? It shows because his game plan to step in there and fight these tough opposition, it's garbage, man. It's garbage, man. It's lemon pills. Charles Pickett on deck, salute WCS, you're doing big things, bro. South Central Los Angeles in the building. Shout out to South Central Los Angeles boxing fans in the building, man. Shout out to y'all. Big salute to y'all. Appreciate you pulling up all the way from the west to the east, shawty. You already know. Mell still mean. Even Maul still mean. I used to rate Maul over brother. The Charlos can fight. They can fight, bro. But let's be honest. He had a tough fight the first time out with Tony Harrison, and he had a tough fight out the first time with Brian Castano. Derrick James is a trainer who, in my opinion, people don't want to hold him accountable because he has two unified champions in the camp at the same time, right? And one was able to become undisputed. But the whole part of that is the first fight he had with Tony Harrison, he lost. Derrick James was his coach. People want to just smooth that over. And then you have to look at the Brian Castano. Brian Castano was going mano a mano with him. Mano a mano with him, bro. And he was banging out with him. Yeah, he stopped him. Yeah, he's 2-0 in rematches. But Derrick James was his coach both times. Derrick James was his coach when he fought Austin Trout. Why he didn't have no damn control and influence over him to go ahead and fight that smart fight. They said, what you doing? You trying to knock him out. What are you doing? At the end of the day, hey, he might come up with a game plan, but the man been on record saying he don't watch boxing, man, until he freaking get ready for a fight. He said he don't watch boxing. Hey, you know, I'm not sitting up here saying they ain't me. I gave Mell Charlo his props. 2-0 in rematches. But he's not beating no Canelo Alvarez. He's not beating no Canelo Alvarez unless Canelo, you know, somehow, some way is willing to, you know, get the orders. And I don't see Canelo as that type of person that'll receive the orders. I don't see it, bro. I don't see Mell Charlo being able to receive the orders and become two-time undisputed. Now, what it does is this right here. Pay attention, y'all. This is what it does. It puts all the shine, all the glory, all the praise over there at PBC. And Mell Charlo is able. It continue to elevate the notoriety that Derrick James has right now. We're having two unified champions in the stable and an undisputed champion. If Mell Charlo is able to make this happen before Bud Crawford, I would say that is the only reason to kind of shut down what's imminent. What's imminent July 29th. But the only thing about it, the dates are all fucked up. That's the plan. That's the plan. PBC is trying to keep they trying to gain control, man. They trying to seize. They trying to run a coup. They want the history to be with them. See, if Bud Crawford do it, it's not going to be with the PBC because he ain't signed a promotional deal with them. You know what I'm saying? He ain't signed a promotional deal with them. But if Mell Charlo did do it, it'll make it a whole lot more sweeter for him to go over there and get those titles. It'll make it a whole lot sweeter. Come on, man. The prestige that goes along with Mell Charlo becoming two-time undisputed. Not only that, y'all, pay attention to the tip of the finger. Also, Mell Charlo has a Canelo on his record to cement his first ballot Hall of Fame and also put PBC into this damn new starlight, this new galaxy, y'all. This galaxy. That what just happened here? How did they bring Mell Charlo to the forefront? A guy who can't sell, too much of anything, couldn't sell ice to a goddamn Eskimo on pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? If they are able to bring Mell Charlo up, you know what I'm saying, to become this undisputed, well, it may be a couple of months too late. Because if they trying to say, okay, we want to have two, undisputed, world champions in there at the same time, one undisputed and then a two-time undisputed champion or whatever they trying to create. Hey, PBC cooking up some shit, bro. They trying to make some shit happen. I'm serious. They trying to make some shit happen. I told y'all the only way that Errol Spence wins this fight is that it's corruption. Remember I told you that. The only look, the only way Errol Spence win this fight is through absolute corruption. Period. Mark my words on it, bro. Mark my words on it. Crawford is not getting beat up by Errol Spence. Period. With Canelo and Mell Charlo, anything is possible with that fight coming out the way it is. You know what I'm saying? The fix can be in either way, on the Canelo side or Mell Charlo side. But I said what I said. I don't think Mell Charlo is beating Canelo. That's what I think. That don't mean I'm right. I just don't think he's going to do it. Rashid, man, what's good with it? Canelo has been protected from Charlo for 10 years. Jamel will be ready. Rashid coming here, goddamn, putting a gauntlet down. He said he'll be ready, dog. What you talking about? I'm definitely going to buy the fight. But I hope Charlo, another bad cherry like Bivol. Man, y'all cooking, man. Y'all cooking. I like that. I like that. He said he hope he a bad cherry pick like Bivol. I like that. You don't fight hot grease. He definitely said he don't watch boxing. He don't. Showtime. Shout out to Showtime out here getting all the goddamn exclusives, man. You know what I'm saying? Wake up. Stop sleeping on him, man. He got a lot of footage he putting out. You know what I'm saying? Behind the scene. So definitely be, go over there and sub to his channel, man, and support Team Tucker. Canelo has had numerous less than impressive fights. Dan Tan on deck. I'm going to come back to you, Rashid. Shout out to Martin King Boxing, man, with the $2 super chat. And brother, thanks for your support. One love to you there, Ron. Appreciate you, bro, for coming here interacting with the boxing topics too. Much appreciated, brother. And you say, I do think without a doubt, Mell would be Canelo's tough test. Mell is kind of vulnerable right now. I don't think Mell is. This is a big fight. I don't think Mell Charlo is going to be Canelo's toughest test. I don't know what you meant. I don't know what you meant by that. You forgot he fought Floyd Mayweather? You forgot he fought Dimitri Bivol? Come on, man. Come on, man. Mell Charlo don't beat either one of them. Come on, bro. Dimitri Bivol stops Mell Charlo. Let's be honest. Dimitri Bivol stops Mell Charlo. Come on, bro. Let's not go down this rabbit hole. It's too many down there already hopping around and shit. I'm going to throw some fake ass Easter eggs down that bitch too, just for fun. Like, come on, bro. Come on, Andrew. You better than that, shawty. You better than that. You know goddamn well that Mell Charlo is not going to be Canelo's toughest opponent. Did you see what Bivol did? Not only did he do the Canelo, did you see what he did to freaking Zerto Gilberto Ramirez? Did you see how he almost stopped that dude that's looking like he was goddamn a heavyweight? Dude had over 43 professional wins, bro. Former super middleweight champion. And you think you're going to go in there and do that? But anyway, back to the topic though. That's just me on what I think of the situation that's going on with the first chance opportunity Derrick James is going to have to get a crack at Canelo Alvarez. Because they've been calling this man out. Oh my God, let's play the violins, y'all. They've been calling out Canelo forever. Two Charlos and a Spence been calling out this dude forever, dog. God damn. Finally. They come up with a master plan to try to seize the momentum, y'all. They come up with a master plan to try to keep the momentum and bring all this momentum over there to the PBC. Listen, y'all. PBC don't have faith that Errol Spence can keep those titles, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I've been saying it forever and a day. They don't have faith in him going in there beating Crawford. People just think, I'm just saying this. I actually believe it. You know what I'm saying? He don't have what it takes. They're not confident. I don't care how he looks in no pictures. This ain't all about how jacked you can look. You know what I'm saying? We ain't writing no movie on how Jack and the Beanstalk. Yeah, he was able to climb the Beanstalk because dude lift weights, man. He was doing curls at the end of the Jack Stalk. He was doing them curls. You know what I'm saying? No, bro. No, bro. Mm-mm. A lot of people over there don't have faith that Errol Spence can take these titles from Crawford. But they gambling though. I like that. They gambling, bro. They are. UGC Flame on deck, man. Salute to you. Appreciate you pulling up, UGC. Salute, brother. What if this resembles Pac-Man De La Hoya? Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more. The OG, man. He puts out a point. What if this resembles Pac-Man De La Hoya? You know what I'm saying? The OG has spoken. You know? What's y'all take on that? What Bruce Gas said? What's your take on that? What y'all think about that? I put Charlo up there with Bivol. The Floyd fight is history. See, Andrew. Let me take a moment right quick, Andrew, because see, I got respect for Andrew. Andrew been around for a long time. And also, you know, I think he an older cat like myself, right? But Andrew, I'm the one going off damn near, you know, sleep deprivation. Seriously. I'm running on fumes right now, right? What are you running on again? What's going on there, Andrew? Hold on. Let me get some water right quick. Let me pretend that this is freaking Everclear. I need to get fucked up right quick. For real. Let me get this right, Andrew. Let me get this right. Did you say that Charlo is up there with Bivol? What I need for you to do, sir, I need for you to piss in this motherfucking Gatorade bottle. We need to test that goddamn piss that you got because that shit is extremely potent. I need to find out what the fuck Andrew on. Andrew is putting Charlo in the conversation of Bivol. Don't you know how disrespectful you been? I know it's Friday. Don't you know how disrespectful you been, Andrew? You are putting Charlo up there with Dimitri Bivol, knowing that Bivol will destroy Mell Charlo. Bivol will absolutely annihilate Charlo, bro. You know Charlo has never had a fighter even close to Canelo. First of all, this dude, just like was mentioned earlier, right? Somebody made a damn good point that that Jermell Charlo is coming off a wrist injury, and he had to have surgery on the left shoulder and shit. His whole left side of his body was falling apart. They had to go source some of the freaking recyclable components from the Terminator 6 movie. They said, "Oh, we need that for Charlo right there." Yeah, is this 40% off today? 50%? Okay. Yeah, we need that plate that was on the show. Titanium, right? Bulletproof? Yeah, we need that too. They had to go back and fix Charlo up, dog. Charlo was falling apart. Now, they moved from his brother Mell Charlo that's going through personal problems and all that off for 2 years. They moved away from him to another Charlo that's pretty much been inactive for a little bit too, right? He had to get, his wrist fit, Duck Timzu. You can put that in there and get his shoulder and all that fixed. So Charlo is taking a fragile Charlo twin. Canelo is taking a fragile Charlo twin, and he's about to step in there. And what people's going to overlook is all because it's undisputed versus undisputed. He's still fighting a worse Charlo. He's fighting a worse Charlo that stepped in there with Tony Harris in the rematch, in my opinion. Just take a deep breath on that. I think that Canelo is facing a worse Charlo than he did when he stepped in there with Tony Harrison in the rematch. I think he's facing a worse Charlo that stepped in there with Brian Castaño in the rematch. I do. Because first of all, Jermell Charlo has not shown when he stepped up. We ain't talking about Jason Rosario. When he stepped up in competition that really gave him a run for his money, he ain't do well. He did not do well. But I understand what Andrew was talking about. He got faith in Mell Charlo, okay. But come on, y'all. Mell Charlo, man. This is the type of freaking arson that you don't want to be a part of lighting, dog. You about to get burnt up in there. You about to succumb to your injuries, dog. You're not fucking with Canelo, bro. You don't do well in seeking out opponents the caliber of Canelo Alvarez and going in there and making that shit look like Bivol did when he fought Canelo. You don't have fights like that, Charlo. And he's not going to have a fight like that against Canelo Alvarez, bro. Come on, man. Y'all know he isn't. Y'all wishing upon a star, goddammit. Y'all are wishing upon a star when it comes to Jermell Charlo on this shit. And it's okay to have, boxers who you favor. But he has a track record, a poor track record, with Derrick James as his coaches, going into tough fights for the first time with opponents that he don't have a history of fighting prior to. This is no different. They seen Canelo fight, but they haven't seen Canelo fight Mell Charlo, though. This man is about to move up 2 weight divisions, and brother Mell Charlo up here trying to prove to Dimitri Andrade that he got biceps and quads. Oh my gosh, y'all. I wish nothing but the best for Mell Charlo. But now, little bro, that's big Charlo now. He became undisputed before you did. And now he's about to get the Canelo fight before you. I can't imagine what Mell Charlo is going through right now. I can't imagine, bro. If you was just scheduled to get this fight with Canelo, and now your little bro, supposedly little Charlo, is getting a fight, oh, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. You supposed to be a part of the 3-fight deal. When they mentioned you at the early part of 2022, you was in there with Spence and Benavidez. They mentioned again, you was in there with Spence. But somebody's over there thinking, they putting them thinking caps on, because now they say, you know what? No, let's put Mell in there, man. We got to get this momentum going. We're not sure Spence is going to go in here and beat Crawford. We're not sure. We need to keep the momentum over here. How can we keep that momentum? So after July 29th, we got a fight coming in September, and Mell Charlo has opportunity of bringing the momentum back over to the PBC, dog. Taking some glory away from Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they want to take the glory back from Crawford. You know what I'm saying? August, September, they only give Crawford they're going to try to give Crawford like a month and a half to celebrate, with that fish fry and everything. But truth be told, hey, Canelo, man, I don't see Charlo beating Canelo head up, but one of these fights is going to be some bullshit. Seriously, one of these fights is going to be some bullshit, people. Mark my word. One of these undisputed fights are going to be some bullshit. PBC is trying to play chess right now, dog. And you know what I say to that? I'm not mad they trying to play chess. What do I have to say about it? Play chess the best way you know how to play chess. I'm not sweating that shit. But unfortunately, there's going to be a winner and there's going to be a loser in playing chess, like it always is, most of the time. And in this case, it's high stakes, y'all. This is fucking high stakes. This is for all the titles in 2 fights that the PBC is running. PBC is delegating 2 big fights, dog. 2 huge fights. Huge fights. Look. And look, not to mention Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia. Not to mention that. And then you come here and we get Crawford Spence. And then you tell me now we're going to get undisputed versus undisputed? Undisputed versus undisputed? How many times did that happen? Even, look, even let's just say that. Let's say Crawford, he beats Errol Spence, right? That wasn't undisputed versus undisputed. Technically, it is. If you want to say Crawford, we're speaking like the Teofimo Lopez's, right? They be thinking like WCS, right? Technically, it was undisputed versus undisputed. You know what I'm saying? In a sort of kind of way. But it wouldn't be physically like with both fighters having the belts in the stable. But Crawford, you know what I'm saying? Crawford, he's already been undisputed. So he'll be going in there, his undisputed 140 pounds to try to get this undisputed at 147 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll be history too. But physically holding all the crowns and to your cachet in two divisions and have an undisputed fighter versus undisputed, that is the creme de la creme, man. And that's a way for PBC to seize that momentum. If they can get Mell Charlo's career goes through the roof now. Canelo's on his way out. Now, let's just say Mell Charlo, who I don't think is going to win. I'm just talking about a off the wall, crazy outcome, right? Well-planned outcome, right? So let's just say Mell Charlo becomes two-division undisputed. It provides Mell Charlo the opportunity to make money against another fighter. And it can happen. These fights can happen. And it'll allow Mell Charlo to make crazy amount of money along with those, suits over there at PBC. Not only that, like Blunt said earlier in this live, Crawford becomes two-time undisputed. What if Crawford was to fight a Mell Charlo, so to speak? How can that exist, bro? That would be in the house of the PBC if that shit can happen. What if this shit happens, right? Let's just say Mell Charlo wins, right? And then Bud beats Errol. It's a rematch clause in there that'll stop this. But what if Crawford, undisputed, fights Mell for the undisputed? Is that even possible in boxing? Is that even possible? If Mell beats Canelo and then Crawford beats Errol and they fight. Because the other scenario ain't going to happen. I know people want to look at it and say, hey, just give Spence a chance. I don't have to give him shit, dog. He ain't beating Crawford. That's the scenario right there. That's the scenario. Point blank period. He ain't beating Crawford. I mean, I don't want to sit up here and tease you and nothing. It looks good. I know y'all niggas up there doing push-ups for the first time in your life because you see an Errol Spence photo. But listen, it ain't happening. Just like I don't see Mell beating Charlo unless the fix is in, they receive the orders. That's the only way I see Mell Charlo at this point in his career, and seeing Canelo pass the torch sort of kinda to Mell Charlo, so Mell Charlo can come out of nowhere, and start being a big deal in boxing. Think about this, y'all. Think about how Mell Charlo is not even living up to the expectations of an undisputed champion. Just think about how those belts has been held in protective custody. Think about that shit, dog. Them belts he has been held in protective custody. Tim Tszyu, first of all, Sebastian Fundora, he was like, oh my God, thank you to the Most High. I love you. I'm about to get my shot. Sebastian Fundora knew what he do. They just put him in there with somebody else. Put him in there with Carlos Ocampo. And then put him in there with his last opponent, and it worked out bad. Bad. Tim Tszyu, he's been surviving. You know what I'm saying? He's been continuing to knock him down. Now, I wonder what Tim Tszyu's thinking after coming off that dominating performance, dog. What is Tim Tszyu thinking? What is Tim Tszyu thinking now? He has to have a different outlook. He probably had to go speak to Dada, Papa. Papa, can I just talk to you for a second? Did you hear the news that Mell Charlo may be facing Canelo? Why don't they want to give me a shot, Papa? I feel so bad, Papa. I want to quit boxing, Papa. Because Al Heyman is showing you how the system works when you got all the cards. You know, when you play your cards when you want to at the right time. Al Heyman is showing them how much power he truly has. That's all. He's showing them how much power he truly has, bro. And it's fucked up too. I ain't gonna lie, it's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. It's gonna piss a lot of people off. I just hope Bud is not on the receiving end of any of that shit. I don't want him to be on the receiving end of a stoppage like Tony Weeks. I don't want a Kenny Bayless in there. I just don't want any of those oppositions like a Lawrence Cole. And even though, you know, we're talking about two different promotions, okay? I'm just saying the actions that we've seen. I really hope the fight isn't determined, the results of the fight isn't determined by a impulsive stoppage when the fighter wasn't hurt and he was still able, and then the referee just waved off. No. And then it's all chaos like Zab Judah and Costa Tszyu had back in the day. Obviously, you know, Zab Judah was hurt, but when they called the fight, Zab was just, he went black. You know, he put them gloves around Jay Neady's neck. And, you know, he lost millions. Him and his pops lost millions. But it's going to be interesting. Very, very interesting. Pay close attention in the upcoming months. It's going to be very interesting, bro. Somebody's about to get fucked over. Do you think this fight... Let me go up here to Rice Either 79. Appreciate the $5 super chat, my brother. Much love to you. How about this PBC plan? Mell didn't want to fight Crawford. This move would give Mell a way to grab a bag, bounce out of the weight class, and not be called a duck. Hey, at this point, Rice Either, I don't think Mell Charlo is worrying about being called a duck. I think Mell Charlo is understanding, just like you just said. He wants the bag, bro. He wants that bag. He wants that bag. Tim Tszyu played himself out of position. Tim Tszyu was beaten up. Last time I checked, Tim Tszyu was doing what he was supposed to, right? He was winning, right? Just like Sebastian Fundora. You know PBC done played two. They played two champions, y'all. They played the fuck out of Sebastian Fundora in WBC. They played the fuck out of his ass. And they played Tim Tszyu. They played the hell out of these dudes. I don't bet with niggas they rarely pay. I'm good on that, famo. You got 3 weeks to pick a channel of your choosing to hold the money. Man, good luck with that, dog. $100 bets only for Crawford versus Spence. Man, at least, man, $100. Mell doesn't even have to beat Canelo for Bud to become 4-time undisputed. Well, it'll bring a whole lot more weight if PBC can be the holders of putting on a fight of that magnitude. It'll be crazy. Bruce said, do you think this fight might get Mell stripped of one of the super welterweight titles? It's possible. But I look at it like this, Bruce. Look at how long he's been able to let these titles marinate. Look how long. Sebastian Fundora was guaranteed. He's out here going life and limb and putting on the shows, and they still screw Sebastian over. They just continue to put him in there, tough fight after tough fight after tough fighter, bro. Even Carlos Campo was a tough fighter. They just kept putting him in there with tough fighters. And sure enough, finally got him one. Finally got him. Knocked him out cold. He's definitely ain't getting a title shot right now. Tim Tszyu been doing what the fuck he wanted to do. And now this news come out. You can't tell me he ain't feeling some type of way, Bruce. To answer your question, based off what I seen with those titles being in protective custody, I don't know, bro, because they're showing that they have the deuces wild, man. They can do what they want. They can do what they want. That's what I'm saying. Al Heyman's showing them I can do what I want. Fuck what y'all say. I'm doing what I want. And you know, that's the scary part about Crawford going over there and not signing a promotional deal with PBC. I'm starting my summer winning all my bets. We gonna win some bets, shit. Excuse me. My brother said something about to get. Ain't that the truth? Somebody is, man. You know what I'm saying? Now we real over here, bro. True me to the world. Appreciate you there, Ron. Shit, appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Nelly Content. Entertainment. Salute WCS. Salute everyone in the chat. Salute to you, brother. On deck in the building. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everyone that's on deck. Somebody's about to get screwed over for sure. I just don't know which fight it's going to be. I definitely don't want it to be Crawford because I want him to be a part of history. Seriously, I really want him to be a part of history again. Because this fight has a lot more to it. A lot more foundation, a lot more history, a lot of spirits and souls, a lot of freaking stress, a lot of people losing, you know, declining in health talking about this fight. You know, a lot of people's freaking blood pressure has caused them to jump off line and get themselves together. This conversation has caused people relationships with their girl to break up and be severed. You know what I'm saying? People marriages have been damn, you know, kind of fragmented talking about this situation because certain people don't know how to leave it alone and stop yelling in a house where your kids are in the next room. This topic with Crawford Spence is bigger than Canelo and Mell. It's bigger than Canelo and Mell. But if you look at undisputed versus undisputed, we have Crawford fighting for two-time undisputed, right? And potentially, you know, if something else happened, you know, Errol Spence, he just become one time. It's not that big. But Crawford become two-time undisputed is grand. But Canelo Alvarez and Charlo both being active, reigning, defending undisputed champions. They step in the ring together. That's huge, bro. That's huge. Like, as much I want to criticize the shit, that's crazy that both of them are stepping there and do that. I just want to know, are they going to screw Canelo over? Or are they going to screw Mell over? I don't know, man. Mauricio Suleiman taking all bets was going to let Spence defend his 147 title, Thurman at 154. Yeah. Well, see, what Mauricio Suleiman was going to do was allow Spence to fight at 154 and no titles on the line and allow Keith Thurman to still be high in the rankings. That's what Mauricio Suleiman, the Grandmaster Flash, you know what I'm saying? The Grandmaster Flash himself, because he moves when he want to move. He in and out. Goddamn Mauricio Suleiman, all you see is a green blur. This dude do what the hell he wants to do, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have them fight at 154 pounds. And he wouldn't even be penalized, dog, for nothing. And they was going to allow Keith Thurman, depending on the result of the fight, they was going to allow that man to stay high in the rankings like they did Danny Garcia and Sean Porter. It's absolutely facts, shawty. Mauricio Suleiman shows us all the time. He does what Mauricio wants to do whenever he chooses to. That's what that is. He does what Mauricio wants to do. You know what I'm saying? Whenever he freaking feel like it. Man, Mauricio, man, he be doing shit in our face. And he like, you can't do shit about it. You can't do nothing about it, so what? I don't care what you say. Look, who's over Mauricio Suleiman, yo? Think about that. Who's over Mauricio Suleiman? If you know boxing, you know the game over. Social service have been called because of this fight. You know what I'm saying, Andrew? People, kids have went through mental abuse talking about this because their daddy had been on the phone yelling and screaming at people, cussing, saying all these damn profanity-laced tirades on here. And they kids learned new words, went to school, and used those words on their teacher. You a dick rider, bitch. Oh, no, hold up. You got to go to the principal office. Hold up. What did I say? I didn't do anything. I heard Daddy say that all the time. You know, when he's online, he says it all the time. I didn't know any better. I thought it was cool. I never heard Mommy tell him to stop. Mommy never told him to stop. We made the mergers possible, bro. I'm an advocate to this day. I die. I don't play boxing. I appreciate it. Well, one thing I'll say about Ron, man, especially on other people's channels when he call in. Shout out to Martin King Boxing with the $2 super chat. Big shout out to you, bro. I think I already read that. But one thing I can say, he does be talking his boxing. You know what I'm saying? Just like a lot of other people on here too. I gotta show love to them. They do. They talk they boxing. But the work in the bank, lock that bet in. They trying to get paid, man. They trying to get paid. Hey, but what I would say about the Canelo and Charlo situation is that I don't know who's gonna get screwed out of this, man. I don't know. I'm bad with trying to, predict stuff like this. Somebody's gonna get screwed out of one of these fights. That's why, especially for Bud, he has to go in there and finish this fight. He has to go in there and make an example out of Errol Spence. Go in there and get the job done, get it over with, and keep it stepping on to the next. Because goddamn it, he pick up those undisputed straps. It'll be difficult for PBC not to match up Crawford to the winner of Canelo Charlo. It'll be difficult not to have a historic fight of that magnitude. Historic, y'all. It would be an historic. This can go many ways, man. Derrick James can be this coach that can go through the roof if he had, two undisputed fighters over there. You know what I'm saying? What if Mell Charlo does win? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? A lot can go on with this shit. A lot can go on with this shit, y'all. I'm telling you, a lot can go on with this fight. Somebody gets screwed over. But what would be beneficial to boxing? I mean, PBC, if they're able to pull this off, a lot of momentum in boxing will allow a lot of these guys who's in bed with the PBC to pretty much, have some type of dignity, control. You know what I'm saying? They will have a little bit more sanity, a lot more sanity for putting all this work and talking about the PBC the way they do. It would be so much for them to just gloat about. They would gloat like I don't know what, man. They say, oh, look at what they was able to do. They're preying upon a wish. Listen to me carefully. It's cool we got Canelo and Charlo, potentially. But they know damn well they're preying on a wish, man. I don't know how you wish, but these dudes on here that's talking all this, they don't believe none of that, bro. He didn't whoop Yadinas Ugas ass. Look, I heard, I've been hearing some wild shit for the longest of time. I'm hearing somebody say that Kell Brook, wasn't the same since, Errol Spence beat him than when Crawford, fought him. And I say, well, if you take years versus months, 9 months, we already know that he was a damaged fighter when Spence fought him. That's old ass news to talk about. That's old ass news. But at the end of the day, it's like this. Derrick James and Errol Spence can continue to say that Crawford's resume don't add up and all this shit, and it only makes you look stupid because you keep on telling people he ain't did shit in 1 minute, and then the other one you praising him talking about, he has a great resume. I guess it's the meds, bro. I guess it's the meds because you say I've been a fan of Terrence Crawford, and then when Bud said, people make a big deal of, oh, Bud been a fan. Oh, both of the fighters said it. Both of the fighters made a point. They both said it. But when it comes down to Derrick James getting all frustrated and angry and shit, all because somebody is speaking to him in a sound mind and body and saying he has 10 straight knockouts and shit like that, you're saying the man ain't fought nobody. So when he go in there and break up Spence, what is going to be your excuse for the fighter that you train, the one that you train? He goes in there and beat up Spence. What is that going to say about you? The gig is going to be up, especially Errol Spence losing and then Mell Charlo losing to Canelo Alvarez. Boy, it's going to be quite lonely over there. And Frank Martin is not the dude that bring y'all back to glory. It's not going to be Frank Martin. It's not going to be AJ. And it's definitely not going to be Ryan Garcia because you already been on record. Errol Spence has been on record as saying Ryan Garcia dropped in for 48 hours and he's been unidentified. He's been on a milk carton ever since. Look, Ryan Garcia came over there and took a couple of photos with them and then went into seclusion, dog. Spence said, yeah, we seen Ryan Garcia for about 49 hours and 45 minutes. Ryan Garcia came, swooped in, took a couple of frames, and he bounced, bro. The most hilarious shit, funny as hell, bro. I ain't really understand that, but okay, money. I'll talk in abundance. I'm black. I'm black too. Understand who we are, black folks, real fight fans. It's 100 plus degrees in Texas every day. So, just so I can understand, I really don't understand what the 100 degrees is about, but I can tell you this. It being hot in Texas, it's good for him dropping that weight. I want him to be on weight, but just because you drop weight doesn't mean you conditioned. And then people are looking at, well, Errol Spence is gonna come in here and throw all these volume of punches. The good thing about this whole entire fight is he gets to come in there and do that against Crawford. And for all the Errol sections, you get to witness firsthand, like myself, what happens when he goes in there with that game plan to step. Yes, when he goes to step and Crawford implements why he's so good at gauging distance and his countering ability. You see what you see. You know what I'm saying? That's all. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to spend too much time on it. They think he's just going to walk through Crawford when he didn't walk through Yardenas Ugas. You didn't walk through Danny Garcia. Bro, you didn't walk through them guys. You didn't walk through them. The only thing people talk about in that whole freaking fight is freaking you looking for your mouthpiece, and they want to sit up here and say, oh man, he thought he had knocked his teeth out, to being all of a sudden the eye collector. But when they asked Spence on TV, right, doing this presser, Brian Custer asked him, "What do you go by most there, Errol? Is man down? Is the big fish? Is the truth? Is strap season? What do you go by the most?" He said strap season. And then he was asked again by somebody else. He said the truth. So there's no consistency there. You know what I'm saying? It's no consistency. But we're gonna tighten this up. Everybody in the chat know we're gonna get some clarity, and we should be under 30 days right now. I think we should be under 30 days. I didn't see a freaking updated count in the chat. I think we're under 30 days right now, if I'm not mistaken. Crawford is better in the scramble. Heat of the battle than Spence. Spence is only good when he's throwing. The other guy is throwing, not throwing back. Let me tell y'all something I heard, right? I should probably save it for a live tomorrow. But people be saying some of the dumbest things, and they say it just for a reaction. You know what I'm saying? They don't really mean this shit. But people up here acting like that Errol Spence is this superb closer. And yes, I'm talking about BFTV, right? He's the one that stood up here and said, Crawford was all stupid and dumb and all that. And he really gets, like his temperature rises when he hear me mention his name, right? He'll sit up here and say that Crawford's stupid and he's the dumbest fighter in boxing. But yeah, he'll go on somebody else's panel and say that he doesn't hate Crawford. When all the stuff he says about Crawford, majority of the time, is hatred, right? He always talking about how dumb Crawford is and he can't do anything. But I have receipts that you are the one that's saying that Crawford does not use all his skills. And I responded to you and said, well, I find that kind of genius that Crawford doesn't use all his skills and he's still able to get dudes up out of there. So you tell me how magical that shit is. You tell me. People are lying talking about Errol Spence knows how to close people out. Crawford don't knows how to close people out. That is absolutely twisted. You should put that in reverse. Terrence Crawford knows how to close out people. Errol Spence, he has a time release. His shit is time release like motherfucking aspirin. People talk about it all the time. He just break you down. That's why he keeps on talking about breaking his mentally, physically, and spiritually, right? If somebody's breaking you mentally, physically, and spiritually, does that mean they just stop it knocking you out? No. But I can tell you somebody who gets you up out of there when it's time to close the show, who has a kill switch, that's Crawford, bro. But, he going to continue to lie. He going to continue to lie over there, dog. That shit be hilarious, dog. It's about people claim that I hate Crawford. So I'm like, fuck it. You keep on telling me, no, you do. You've been on record, just like for Fanon. Y'all hate Crawford. And listen, I heard you ask Cam over there, what did you say? I would have said, I'm not answering your question. I would just say, well, you said something that was ill enough for Bud to respond to you and said your mama should have swallowed. I wouldn't even respond to none of that. I don't have to do your homework for you. You know what you said. I would have said, you said something to the extent that Bud put it out there in a tweet that your mom should have swallowed you. That's enough. I don't need to tell you shit. Y'all know y'all been hating on him. But you're going to get on there and on what? Try to act like, tell me what I said. I never said anything. Y'all are playing this game, man. And TikTok. Let's continue to make it rock. We got a fight card this weekend. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to it. Seriously. I'm looking forward to a lot of these fights that's going on, especially this Crawford 2-time undisputed. That's what it's gonna be. But man, we're gonna do this tomorrow. I gotta lay it down, bro. I'm running on fumes. Appreciate y'all rocking out with a brother. Hit the like button on the way out. Modern King Boxing and Rice Eater. Appreciate y'all for supporting to the channel today, man. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else that support the channel on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? I see the swordsman swinging a sword. Andrew Charles, he ain't showing no mercy. You got Bruce Gas, man. Bruce is firing off questions lately, bro. And and the OG ain't just firing off any questions. Like, he be hitting you with those questions he already know the answer to. Bruce be asking you questions like he is Yoda, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? Like Bruce be asking you questions like he the Pope. What exactly are you here to confess? Certain sins are not forgivable, so speak. Shit. Bruce be goddamn checking you, man. But y'all continue to hold it down, man. We're gonna probably chop it up tomorrow for a little bit. All right, peace, man. Till next time, I'm out.